a breakdown on a video that's going to get released tonight, and I actually use Austin, Texas, as trying to show people what areas you wanted to buy in. Austin, Texas, the housing residential is up 70% over the past 10 years. So
It's
amazing
insane.
growth down there. What I want to talk to you today about, man, and I'll give you a quick breakdown if you want.
Yeah,
You got a pen and paper, brother?
yeah. I'm typing. Unless that's too loud, then I can absolutely write it.
No, I want you to write this down.
I
No,
got you.
I want to show you something real quick.
Yeah.
Because you said you want to get into the cash flowing properties, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm gonna give you an extreme example, but I
Okay.
want to show you something. So you had a 50 unit complex in Denver. The average rent was $850 in 2010. By 2020, that rent was up to $1,800. So let's do the math. You do 850 times 50 units.
That's 650.
No, $850 times 50 units. We're doing a 50 unit
42,000.
complex.
Yeah.
42.5 times 12 months. 510 grand.
Wow.
All right. Times, you're going to capture about 94% of that. Okay, so that's $479,400. Well, it cost you about $4,000 a unit to maintain that. So 4,000, and that's going to take care of your water, your sewage, your trash, your landscaping, your maintenance, your hot water, heat, your deferred. It's not going to take care of your debt service, but it's going to show you what this property is worth at, let's say, a 7.5 cap. So 479,400 minus your holding cost, which are inclusive of everything except debt service, of costs about $4,000 a unit per year. So 4,000 times 50 is 200 grand, minus 200,000 off of that. What you got?
279,000.
Yeah, 279.4. Okay, now 10 years ago, these things were trading at a 7.5 cap in Denver. So divide that by a 0.075.
Let's see, 279.4 divided by 0.07.
Yep.
75. Round up 21,000 or 29.55 if you want exact.
No. No, you did something wrong.
I did 279,400 divided by. Oh, I did times. That's why.
Yep.
Let's try that again.
Divided by a 0.075.
I get 3.7 million.
You're 3.725 million.
Yep.
That's how much that property's worth if I'm going to sell it at a 7.5% return. That's what those properties were trading at back then in 2010. Fast forward to 2020. New rents now are 1,800. So take 1,800 times 50 units. What you got?
I got, let's see, 1,800 times 50. We got 90,000.
Times 12 months.
Okay. Oh, come on. 90,000 times 12. We got 1,080,000.
Yep. Times, let's say you're running at 96% occupancy. So times it by 0.96 times 0.96.
Okay. We got 1,036,800.
Okay. Now, the holding cost went up from 4,000 to 6,000. So 6,000 times 50 is 300,000, right?
Yes.
Simple math. Okay, so what do we got left? Minus 300,000 off of that.
So 736,800.
Okay. So what do you think this property is worth now?
Would I multiply by the 0.075?
They're not trading at 7.5 caps no more.
Gotcha.
They're trading at 3.5 to 4s. So divide this by a 0.04.
Wow. 18,420,000.
Yes. That's how much wealth was created in this last cycle across every country. And San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, everything out there was trading at a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% return. And since now, see, cap rates always follow debt. Okay. So they usually trail the 10-year treasury by about 150 to 175 basis points. You're familiar with basis points?
Yes.
So right back then they were probably trailing, 2010, what were you paying? Uh you were paying 5% for debt, maybe 6, right?
Yeah.
So they were still trailing it by 175, maybe 250 basis points. But as interest rates went down, see, you get leverage in real estate. So
Hmm.
it's likely to see one day when interest rates go back up a deleveraging of that. But for the meantime, man, lock in long term debt and you'll be great. But I think in the meantime, also, we're going to have all these, people want $15 an hour wages. And so
Hmm.
things are going to get a lot more expensive, which if you own real tangible assets, it's going to get, me and you can go print some money, but we can't go print buildings. That
Right.
takes a lot of engineering, a lot of labor, a lot of materials, a lot of blood, sweat, and tear, which is why we think real estate is great for the coming future. Even though we know that there is likely to be a recession, you have to buy right. Um,
Right.
and so today, I just wanted to, reach out to you, man, and see what I can do to make sure you don't make the same mistakes that I made. A lot of them.
Yeah, man. No, dude, I really appreciate it. I think one of just the main things is, I'm just kind of getting to that point where I just want to be um, doing this full time, and kind of done with my whole job. I love it to death, but really just want to see my kids grow up and do this. So
Yep.
I have a two rentals, and I really, dude, I want to take advantage. I mean, what inflation's what 3%? I can get a loan for 2.5%. Um, what would you do if you were me? If you could do it all over again, if you were in my situation, you talked about a 5 to 7 year plan. What would be the first couple steps you would take?
Well, I don't really understand the Austin market.
Hmm.
So it's a little harder for me to, I know what I would do in the Midwest, but the Austin market is so much different. Even if you were in Houston, I know what I would do. But Austin, I don't know if you cash flow properties?
Barely. There's one thing I'm doing right now, which is I'm sure you've heard of it, house hacking.
Yep.
So if you house hack, because there is a huge demand for rentals, you can make much better return. So I have a 5 bedroom house, and we're pulling about 3 grand, and the mortgage on that is 1,500. We bought it last year, so we're cash flowing 1,500 only by doing house hacking. And I think if you house hack, that's kind of the niche I kind of learned about. Um, so it's very possible until they get the units built right now, but there's a huge shortage of places to stay.
Well, I'm looking at Austin here, and their population is 916,000.
Hmm.
And if you go back to 2010, it was 600. And I mean, it's just crazy how quick that place is growing. It was no 2010. It was 764,000.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they can continue at that same rate of growth. Hopefully, you guys pull a bunch of people out of California, and hopefully, you guys don't go too far left down there, and
Oh,
hopefully they
we're
don't
getting
tax you guys to death, and try to take all your money and run you guys to Ohio because then it's cold up here, man. You
I
know.
know.
So explain to me the deal. So house hacking, you're getting $1,500. Your mortgage payment's 1,500. What could you rent that house for?
About 3 grand. So I'd
No, no,
get
no.
each
Without
room.
house hacking, what could you rent it for?
2,400. 20. I'll be conservative. 2,200.
Wouldn't you be better off renting it for 22 or 2,400 to one person, as opposed to renting it for 3,000 and you got to pay for the cable, you got to pay for the water, the sewage, the
Yeah,
trash?
I've thought about it. It's just 7,200 extra a year sounds like worth my time. Um,
Mm-mm, it's not.
no.
You know why? Because you need to scale quick. And to
Mm,
scale quick, that one property there that you're house hacking is going to take you the same energy as managing probably 5 traditional units, right? Because you're
yeah.
spending all your time managing it.
Yeah.
And you're not making a lot more. So let's say you got 2,300. Let's split the difference, right?
Hmm.
2,300, you're getting 3,000. It seems like a lot. It seems like 700, which is 8,400. But is it really? Are you really grossing that?
Right. Yeah.
So you got to pay.
Occupancy rates.
So in a normal person that rents it, you're not paying for the gas and electric, right?
Right.
If you're house hacking, you're paying for the gas and electric, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Good
200
point.
a month, probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're paying for cable.
Yeah.
How much is
100.
a cable? 100 bucks?
Yeah.
150 cable and internet?
Yeah.
Okay. You're paying to cut the grass and maintain the grass.
True.
What's
Okay.
that, 100 bucks a month? Well, hell, your
Yeah.
grass doesn't grow, man. What is that, 100 bucks a
Yeah.
month?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say every other week I spend about 25 bucks. So got a good
Okay,
guy.
so 50 bucks, so 50 bucks a month. Okay, then what about your water and sewage? What's that? 80 bucks a month?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
pretty
so
good,
you're
man.
80, you're 180, 280, 380, you're 480 bucks. I mean, man, you're only making about extra $220 a month. And you're
That's a real
dealing with
good
what?
point.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about. I didn't even think
Yeah,
about
you're
all
doing
that for
all
some
this
reason.
extra. Trust me, you know how
Yeah.
I know?
It made
I did
sense,
an
dude.
Airbnb just so I could gather data on it. And we were getting 4,500 a month for the Airbnb. And I could rent it out for like 1,800 a month. And I said, man, I'm making just about the same amount because, and then the time was just, it was crazy. And
Yeah.
so you want to think about your time as your biggest asset because you know how to do this. And then by the end of this call, you're going to know how to scale and do this and get all your money back. So it is my hope that you are way ahead of most people that I say, hey, in 5 to 7 years, you can retire and be a millionaire. Like, first off, what are your goals? What are your goals? Where do you want to be at to
Yeah,
retire? And
man.
I'm not talking
Financially or
about,
just
I, huh?
no, I was gonna say financially or just in general.
Yeah, financially, because how old are your kids?
My oldest is 8. My youngest is 3. And we got another one on the way.
Yeah, I mean, dude, listen, man, you got to spend time with the wife. You got to be there for her. She's going through a lot. I got
Hmm.
3 kids too, and I got my 14 and 8. And my older son, who was, my wife brought him to the marriage, but I
Hmm.
raised him since he was 12. Um, and so, you know, man, time is the most precious thing. I don't care how much money you make.
Yeah.
Can't get back that time when your kid was 5 or
Yep.
6 or 7. And you can't. I don't care how much money you make, man. So the
Yep.
money's not really that important, but it is good that you do have money that's making money for you. And so you have about 120,000 equity in both of these properties, right?
Right.
You're a realtor.
Yeah.
So you know how to find off-market deals that are value add that you can make money on, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, you got 120 cash that you could pull out. What do you think you'll pull out? Maybe 80,000 out of that?
Yeah. Probably. I mean, they still. I think they're still capping what I can't lend more. I can't pull out more than 80% or 79%. I'm sorry,
Yep.
20%. I have to leave. Am I going backwards? What am I doing here?
Yeah, you got to leave
Yeah.
20% in the deal.
There we go.
So
Saying it
so tell
backwards.
me what the two properties are worth that you got.
I'd say just shy of half a million. So let's see, 260. The one of them is 330, and that's in the scenario I just gave, and the other one's probably 260.
Okay. So you're at 490.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to keep 100,000 in, right? Now, how much do you owe on them?
The I owe 190 on one, and 260 on the other.
Okay, 190 and 260. So 0, 612, 15.
No,
So
that doesn't sound right. Hold on.
yeah, that won't
That's
sound right.
three. Oh, I'm sorry, 340 with a debt, 264. So it gives you 76,000 on that property, and then a 190 on 260 gives me 70. So 70 plus 50 was that one? Okay, 120. Yeah.
Yeah,
So 330.
126.
Yeah. So 330 on one property with a note of 264, and then the other property is 260 with a note of 190.
190. Okay. So you have wait, that's 4. Wait, that's 10. That's 12, 13. So you got 430. So you
Hmm.
have well, you owe a total of 430,000.
Yes.
So and they're worth about 500 grand, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have 70 grand. I mean, 70 grand of equity is what I'm coming up with, right?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
that's usable, right? Because I can't loan. Because if it's, why are my numbers coming out? Sorry, man. Give me 1 second.
No, no,
Please
no.
take
You're all right, brother.
Uh, so I'm sorry. I have a total of 590 in value. That's what I'm
Got it.
asking
Got
for.
it.
Yeah.
There you go. 590. Okay. Shoo, wee, man. I was gonna tell you,
I'm
man. You
getting
should have watched my
scared.
video first. You should have made sure you subscribe. You should have made sure you hit the like button. Should have hit the
Yeah.
bell, and you wouldn't have did. No, I'm just kidding. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, Nate Barger on YouTube, and hit the bell, and you'll be notified on any new videos that come out.